Alright, we're starting off this look priming our face with the Smooth Primer from Makeup Forever. Next, I'm going to use some green concealer to go ahead and conceal the redness in my face. This is the Sephora collection, and next I'm going to take some peach concealer and go under my eyes because, as you can see, I was a little bit tired that day and I had a little bit of discoloration. Next, I'm using the Vanish foundation stick from Hourglass, and I like to stipple this on using a foundation brush. I'll either put it on my hand or I will just take it right off of the top of the stick. I don't like to use my beauty blender first thing with this because it is a waterproof foundation. I bet you didn't know that. I didn't know that until a Sephora girl told me. And so if you use your beauty blender is a damp, then that water is just gonna kind of mess up the formula and it could make it get a little bit splotchy sooner. Next, I'm gonna use the CoverFX Cream Contour Kit in the tone that is correct for me, which I am not sure off the top of my head. This formula for these cream contours in here are amazing. They're so smooth, so creamy, and so easy to blend. I absolutely adore this kit. This is actually my second one. I panned out my first one, and I've gotten my best friend addicted to it as well. So as you can see, I'm just taking the light colors, putting that on the center of my face basically, and then I'm using the medium shade on areas where I'd put bronzer generously, and then I'm taking a little bit of that cream contour color, the darkest one, and using that sparingly where I would contour with a dark powder. And so then I'm going to blend out the highlighted portions of my face. You do this first so that when you go in, if you were doing it the opposite way around basically, if you blended out the darker shades and then the highlighted shades, then you would end up just like looking orangey or muddy all over your face. So this is how you do it. And as you can see, it blends out so easily with the beauty blender, and it just looks so beautiful and skin-like. Sometimes I'll just stop here, set my face with a light bit of powder, and then I'll put on some mascara, brows, and I'm out the door. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and set those highlighted areas with banana powder. This is from Ofra Cosmetics. I got it in my Ipsy bag, and I've really been enjoying it. It's really nice. Then I'm using a Too Faced translucent setting powder. This is primed and poreless. This is okay. It does the job. And then I'm going to use some Mineralized skin finish from MAC Cosmetics, and I'm just going to set everywhere, just using a little bit of it. Then we're going to go ahead and go in with Hoola bronzer, and we're going to go ahead and contour / bronze our face over the areas where we put the darker shades of the contour kit, and I am using my Morphe E4 brush. Hoola is the perfect shade for me for this job, but obviously everyone has a different favorite bronzer / contour shade that they like. If you are looking for one, I do recommend Hoola, and I also really like the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil ones. And then I'm just using my powder brush and using some swirling motions to make sure that I have a super airbrushed finish to my skin. Then we're going to go ahead and do some baking. I'm taking the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder and, just baking. I'm sure you guys know how to do this by now. It was definitely the main trend of 2016. And I'm using that same little $3 e.l.f. blush brush to blend everything out. I swear this brush is like my favorite brush out of all of them. And then I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of Hourglass Surreal Glow Blush. Such a pretty shade. Really like it. And now onto the eyes. I'm starting off with Anastasia's Burnt Orange and just using some windshield wiper motions above my crease and blending it in. Then we're gonna do MAC Uninterrupted, a beautiful baby food color. It's so pretty. It's not the prettiest color to wear maybe, but it's beautiful on the eyes. And so I'm just blending that above my crease, and then I'm taking a little bit of Peach Smoothie from Makeup Geek, an oldie, but definitely a goodie, definitely a ride or die, and blending it across my upper crease. Then I'm going in a little bit more with that baby food color and a more defined crease brush, and this is just gonna intensify the color, and I'm really defining my crease with this one. Now we're going in with Cocoa, which is a beautiful hot cocoa shade, and it's by LOOXI Beauty, which is an indie brand that I found on Instagram, and their formulas are awesome, and this is only $5 for this color. And the duochromes I'm using in this tutorial are by that brand as well. Now I'm just going to use some black eyeliner. You can use whatever you have. This is Estee Edit. It was not really quite as creamy as I would have liked, but it did the job. So you're just going to draw that all over your lid, and then you're going to take a stiff brush and blend that out. And next, afterwards that, you're going to take that same cocoa color and that same blender brush and just blend along the outlines of the black shadow. And then for the fun part, we're going to use a beautiful shade from LOOXI Beauty called Omega. If you guys see, it shifts from purple to green and an emerald shade. It's such a pretty color. And so I'm just going to pat that all over my lid. Really focusing it on the inner corners though. Next, we're going to take that cocoa shade, well, the brush that I used with it and whatever is remaining on it, just to blend out the outer corners and add a little bit more of the cocoa shade on the very outer corner. Next, I'm going to take Glazed and Confused, which is my favorite shade by LOOXI Beauty. It's like this champagne-y white with a shift of green, gold, and pink in it. It's so pretty. And I'm using a Morphe E36 to blend that out. Next, I'm taking some Omega, which is also by LOOXI Beauty. Well, it's the green one I used before. And I'm just going to use that to blend the two together. Then I'm going in with my transition shades underneath my lash line to define it. And then we're going to go ahead and do a wing liner. As you guys can tell, this look looks great without wing liner. But if you want to rock a wing liner, it looks great with this look as well, and so I decided to just go ahead and go for it. Then I'm using the Citsus and Moonlight, this beautiful aromatic facial spray that just kind of hydrates the look, gets rid of some of that powderiness. And then I'm going in with Glazed and Confused. Yes, this is totally the eyeshadow I use for my inner corners, but it is absolutely beautiful as a highlight, and you can't really deny that. As you can see, it does have a little bit of a light green shift to it, as I talked about before, and a little bit of a pink shift to it. And I just think it looks so cool with this look. I mean, the dark green is really dramatic on the lids. I have purple hair, why not? And the formula definitely works for highlighting as well. Super pretty. Then we're gonna go ahead and do our lips. I'm using Kylie Cosmetics, a Kylie lip kit. And this is in Malibu, and it is like the perfect nude lipstick for me. And I feel like she's really improved with her more recent formulas. This one just wears really well, and it wears off really beautifully when it does. Then setting my face, and here we have the finished look, and my hair isn't wet anymore. Magic. If you guys like this look, be sure to give it a thumbs up, be sure to subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment down below letting me know what you think, or if you have any suggestions or recommendations. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.